I think just the laziness and the entitlement of, well, I'm a parent, so they have to let me. I'm a parent and
No.
they have to let me. Like, sorry, I have loud ass fucking kids. I have 3 of them, and my kids never acted a fucking fool. Like, we would go in public, and my kids would get we would get compliments on how well behaved my children
Oh
were.
yeah,
Because
I
you
have
have to
to.
teach them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I never put up with that nonsense. Like if we went out to dinner, it was always like you need to behave yourself, and if you
mhm.
start acting a fool, I have left full baskets of groceries at customer service desks because my children were not having it. I'm like, listen, I'm very sorry. I'm going to need to come back later and when I don't have the kids or they decide they can behave, but I'm not going to
Yeah,
ruin everybody else's shopping experience while they're laying out on the
being
floor having a
assholes. Yeah.
tantrum. Yeah. I'll get them a
Yeah.
Happy Meal and go home, and I won't deal with this stress right now. I'm not going to make everybody else deal with it too. But that's just me being hyper aware of me and what goes on in my
Of your
world.
surroundings. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
I'm gonna plug my computer in
that
real quick.
goes okay. That like speaks to the
I'm listening
whole.
still.
Okay, um, that speaks to the whole like I've been saying it for a couple of years now that we have let this whole customer is always right thing get way out of control
Oh,
because
telling you.
they think that not only are they entitled to all of these, benefits and perks, but um that oh, where was I going with that? That like
You
it's
know.
like oh, they can talk to their, service providers or their
Yeah.
service industry
Or
workers. They
people
can
just
just
however the
treat them
fuck they
however
want
they
to.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the videos of people wilding out at like McDonald's or Wendy's, and like the employees they start beating back, and I'm just like, yeah,
Oh
beat
yeah.
that ass. Throw a
Oh,
frosty
Rylan
at
does
her.
it. I guess Rylan, like the other day, somebody was complaining that sweet tea costs more than like Coke do, and like
Okay.
basically berating her because and she's like, "Look, I sell the food, I don't set the prices." And then there's
Mm-hmm.
some guy that he came in and he ordered 5 double quarter pounders and then complained at the price of a small fry. I'm like, "Are you fucking out?" She's like, "That's all I have to say is like,
You
I
ordered
just sell this food." Like,
the most expensive sandwich on the menu, and then you want to quibble over the size of a small fries.
yeah, like the price of a small fry, and it's like, okay, or you want a small Diet Coke as well? You remember those people from the day where they would order, be like, "I want 77 cheeseburgers, a small French fry, and then because I'm watching my weight, I would like a small
The
Diet Coke."
Diet Coke. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what? I love Diet Coke. I drink it because I like the way it tastes, and you did the no calories and no sugar thing, and that's just a bonus. But
yeah,
I no shame. All you can eat buffet Diet Coke.
yeah. You would not believe in like the 4 years that I worked at Sonic how often people would come through and literally be like, "And I'm trying to watch my weight, so I need a Diet Coke."
Let me get a Route 44 Diet Coke with extra cherry.
That, especially a Route 44 Diet Coke. I'm not even fucking kidding.
Mhm. Dude. Okay, so you know how frequent you see Sonics in Texas.
Mhm.
They are not a frequent thing out here, and everyone out here they just don't understand. I'm just like, no, Sonic sucks. And once they
Yeah.
start being as plentiful here as they are where I came from, you guys will start understanding that their drinks
Oh,
taste
yeah.
like cooking oil.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there was nothing better than a good old Route 44 back in the
44,
day.
mm, vanilla Dr. Pepper back in the day when I drank Dr. Pepper, and I drink
Ocean
vanilla
water.
Coke.
Mm.
I worked at Sonic long enough that I went to go home smelling of ocean water because I would have spilled it on myself, and then I'm like, "Fuck no." I don't like their
Mhm.
ice cream. I would never eat, a hot dog from Sonic because there's no telling if it's from last night's water or today's
Mhm.
water. I would eat the burgers because 'cause they're always made fresh. I would not eat the tomatoes because you don't know how long that they've been sitting in the container. Because like, you
Mhm.
slice the tomatoes daily, but if you don't use them, like, it just kinda depends
Back
on
in the
how you
fridge.
you
Mhm.
put the thing in there. I eat chili cheese fries, but I say don't eat the chili cheese fries because you don't know how long that bag's been there. The
Mhm.
gravy is made every day, but I will say, like, their
Okay.
quality of food has gone down exponentially since I worked
Way down.
there
Mhm.
because their burgers are sometimes hit or miss where they're still good. Their chicken is just straight fucking trash.
It's like cardboard.
Yeah. It's like they went and got the cheapest chicken they can find, but I didn't even say that about McDonald's, like, their chicken nuggets now are, like, mushy, spongy.
Yeah.
It's gross. But you
It's
can't beat a
mostly
McDonald's
filler.
fucking Coke.
Yeah.
Can't beat a McDonald's Coke. 100.
That's the same thing when I worked at Subway. Oh, Subway eat fresh. Not so
Mm-mm.
fresh.
No.
Because first of all, you have a sneeze guard on the customer side.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
I
have a
don't have a
sneeze
sneeze
guard.
guard.
Not on our side.
Nope.
And I'm sorry, but yeah, those tomatoes that you think that no, that's from yesterday, boo.
Yeah.
And all of this. And have you ever noticed, like on some of the meats, there's kind of like that, like iridescent
Sheen.
oil slick?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, it's not good. Like they're
No.
cookies. And there was something else that I liked from them. Because I used to work next door when I was at a
Don't
barbecue
ruin
in
the
South
meatballs
Lake.
for me. Don't ruin the
Oh,
meatballs.
no. Well, see, the meatballs are one of the things that I would be like okay with because they at least keep them
Okay.
hot all day.
Okay.
You know, you take them out and you cool them down the way you're supposed to. You put them in the fridge, and
Yeah.
then they come pre-cooked in a sealed bag, but they're frozen. And so
Yeah.
that's why when they tell you that they're out of meatballs and it's going to take an hour, that's the reason why, because they're frozen. We didn't
And
make
they're
them that
so
morning.
popular, they go quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
like
the
a
only
good,
things that I would eat from Subway now would be a meatball sub or a cookie.
see, I like a meatball sub with ranch and pickles.
Yes, ma'am. No pickles though, but that ranch.
No, that
No, I don't
pickles,
like pickles.
pickles. Oh, see, I like pickles
No.
on things. This whole pickle, I'm just gonna be a boomer. This whole pickle, like everything, pickle beer. There's pickle chips. There's pickle
There's
fucking
pickle
popcorn
ranch.
now.
Have you seen the pickle
Yeah,
ranch?
there's already dill and ranch.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Let's make it more dill.
Yeah, Dilly.
Deal with
Make it
it.
dillier.
No, there was another one that oh shit, I forgot. Oh, pickles. Like I detest pickles so much that if I get a Chick-fil-A sandwich and there's pickles on it, I won't eat it.
Oh, really?
Because
Is
the
the
pickle
essence
juice
of season?
soaks into the bread and it
Yeah.
ruins. And Chick-fil-A chicken isn't crispy, so like
No, it's
it
already
just
soggy.
soaks into the. And I understand that Chick-fil-A like brines their chicken in pickle juice. It's not
Yeah,
the same, okay? It's
but it's
not the same.
different. Yeah, because then they cook
But
it. Yeah,
yeah, because then they cook it, and it's not like it's. You know what? It is cucumbers that have been sitting in their own piss. That's what a
basically.
pickle is.
Well, I think that McDonald's has a superior pickle, and there are times when I will ask Rylan to bring me home a container of pickles because just sometimes you just want them, and then she
Really.
will bring them home, and I'll eat one or two, and I'm like, well, it's like 3:45. Eat like a couple pickles, and I'll eat them later, and then I'll put them in the fridge and forget about them forever or until the next time I'm cleaning it out.
Until next time you want pickles.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh,
And you just call up
fine,
Rylan and have her
yeah,
DoorDash you
boo.
some
Yeah,
McPickles.
I'll bring you
I
some
need
when I get
right.
home.
I need that McPickle fix.
Name a McPickle fix. And that's the whole thing is like McDonald's has a superior pickle and they have the superior Coke.
Agreed. Agree on
Every
the Coke and
time,
the French fries.
yeah, I will say there's a place called Bengals that you can get like flavored French fries, and
Hmm.
they're pretty good. But there's nothing that beats like a McDonald's fry. Like McDonald's is the only fry that I can eat where I don't need to dip it in something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's great if you can like work out. Like if you're in the car, you can just eat it by itself. But
yeah,
if you can work out like a ketchup dipping
like
system,
oh yeah, because they
that's
do have that
great.
fancy ketchup that is not. It's not Whataburger ketchup, but it's not
Whataburger
terrible.
ketchup. No.
Because even
And
actually, yeah,
nothing ever it's crack. It's
yeah,
crack.
it is crack. I
That's
used to
the
eat
reason why it's so good.
just ketchup when I was pregnant, like my first few months when I was pregnant with Witten. Whenever I was going to school, like the Whataburger on my way, like they know my car after a while, where they would just like pan them out the window and like have the hand hanging out the window. I could just like slurp that shit up and go on my
They
merry little
don't
way.
we don't have HEB here, so we can't like go to get the Whataburger ketchup in the grocery store, but they do sell the squeeze bottles at Whataburger. So at
Do you
least they
have
do
them at
here.
Walmart?
Mm-mm.
They have the squeeze bottles at Walmart here. It's not the
I'll have
same
to
though.
look.
Yeah, but I
It's
don't think it
not the
tastes the
same.
same.
It
You
doesn't.
guys don't even know.
One
You don't
time,
have a Whataburger, your life is sad.
yeah, I'm more sad for you.
Yeah.
Lonnie had some friends that he had met on like when he was on like a Mexican cruise or something, and they were from Canada, and they ended up coming back to Texas just to visit, and we all hung out. And
Mhm.
then we all like we were at the gay bar and we were getting drunk and we're like, let's go to Whataburger because that's what you do.
That's what you do. You
Went,
go to Whataburger, go
yeah,
talk about tacos.
yep. So we went to Whataburger and they're and like, oh, we need to get some ketchup, Lonnie. And they're like, what is this deal? What is this American
Mhm.
girls like deal with the ketchup? I'm just like, oh, trust
You don't
me,
even know.
you're
You
gonna
don't know?
learn. So when we go back to my place, I go and I get the Heinz 57 ketchup out of the refrigerator and I do a little squeezy squeeze on their paper and I open up their
You do
little.
a taste test.
I'm like, all right, you're gonna do side by
Yeah.
side comparison. The look on their face, it was like light bulb moment. They're just
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, this is regular ketchup. What is this?
Yeah, it's
And
so
it's
good.
like, and this was before the spicy ketchup was even a thing. Like, oh,
Yeah.
chicken strips with a spicy ketchup.
We went to Whataburger. We went to Oklahoma City to go to the outlets, and of course, we went to Whataburger because that's like the closest one to us. And we got
Hmm.
an extra ketchup, and I was like throwing that shit in my purse, like, let's take this home with us and stuff. And we
Yep.
were like rationing it out. It was like, okay, we have
Hmm.
two, we have one left. Like, what are
Keep it in the
who's
fridge.
gonna get it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're
Don't
all
know what it
gone.
is about their formula. It's crack,
But we
but
appreciate it, and we
yeah,
didn't
we
care.
do.
We're getting a Raising Cane's in like 2025.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
I'm super
They'll start
excited.
out good and then they'll be meh.
Well, even when we left Houston, they were still good. So,
They have really like the shrinkflation is real with Canes
I'm sure.
because like their chicken strips used there was like a half a chicken breast at one
Yeah,
point. Now it's like little great value look little
like pieces
shitty
of shit. Like it.
chicken tenders with the tendons still in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost got into a fight at a Canes not long ago.
Oh yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
you're a grown woman?
It wasn't me that started it. I was picking up a Grubhub order and this woman was standing okay, so she was standing at the counter, but she was like back away from the counter, almost like she was either waiting for her food or she was looking at the menu. I walk in and the little cashier girl, she's like, "Hi, can I help you?" So I walk up and I start giving her my order and I hear her behind me go, excuse me, I was next." And I'm like startled and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So I back up and she gives me the like like, yeah, you
No, that's right,
motherfucker,
bitch. You
give
gotta
me
move.
that look. And
Yeah.
so and by that time I was like, what the fuck ever. I'm not trying to catch a case today. The cashier next to her says, "Ma'am, I can help you over here." So I go over there and I give him my order and I hear her giving this poor little cashier girl the hardest time. She's like, "And I want it fresh. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I want it fresh." I'm like, "Bitch, they make two things. They make french
Yeah.
fries and chicken strips. They're doing it right now." And
And bread.
her friend comes out of the bathroom and she's like, "You ain't ordered yet?" And she's like, "No, because that bitch cut in front of me isn't talking about me."
Oh
And I'm
my
just like,
god.
"Oh, God, I'm gonna go to jail today. I'm gonna
Like,
be on
we're
the
gonna fight today.
news."
We're gonna fight today.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, don't say anything. This is your last pickup, and then you can go home. Just don't say anything. So
It's so hard when people test your gangster.
yes, and you just and I don't look like I could do something, but I'll fuck you up. Okay.
Yeah, I have enough crazy stored on the inside that it's
Yes.
gonna come out and you're gonna
And
regret
my
your life
give a
if you
fuck
don't.
goes away real fucking quick when you
Yeah,
start jawing
100.
at me like that.
Yeah.
So she's she's doing her thing and like it takes her so long because she's so invested on giving this poor little cashier girl a hard time that
Yeah.
I've finished giving this dude my order. I've paid. I am now waiting. I've gotten the drink and I'm waiting. So I'm just like, and I see people like, oh, they're calling this name and that name, and I'm waiting for her to get called because I'm assuming they're gonna call her first. Because if it was me, I would be like, expedite this shit, get this bitch out of here.
No, I would call
And
her last.
I couldn't help myself. All of a sudden, they bring my order. They go, "Amy." So I walk up, I pick up the bags, I look over my shoulder, and I go,
I'm so proud of you. Yeah.
it was great.
So
No
with
fight was
Grubhub,
had.
you have to order and pay for Grubhub, like, it doesn't automatically go to the restaurant?
At Cane's, you do. At
Like,
Cane's, they you can't do it online. You have to actually go in and pay for it. And I have a corporate card that like I
okay,
use for those orders, but Cane's is like one of the only ones that you have to do, and I
okay.
don't know why.
I almost got in an argument with an Uber Eats lady at Long John Silver's here a couple of years ago
Oh, not
because
at
it was
Long
like we had
John's.
gone. Well, she was like an Uber Eats driver, and so she started calling like this poor little guy, like and saying, like, he touched his face and touched her food and blah, 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 and starts, like,
Oh,
cussing and screaming at him, and then she starts calling him, like, names and shit, and I'm like, "First of all, that's not cool because if somebody had done this," and she's like, "The manager is being very professional," and I was, like, behind her going, "No, he wasn't. No, he didn't. He was great. He was fine. He didn't. I stood here the whole time." Like, I was like, "She's just," and he was like, well, she was like, "Well, I'm gonna get dinged on Uber Eats because I'm late," and I'm like, "Then maybe show fucking up on time,"
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah,
You know, but you see, you have the option. Like if they come to you and they tell you that your food's not ready, like you have the option to
to
drop
tell
that
somebody.
order
Yeah.
and like, okay, I'm just gonna move on. And I've done that before, but like especially I'll do it like if I've got another order that I've already picked up and I'm like, it's in the back seat dying right now. Like it's gonna
Yeah.
be cold as shit if I wait the 15 minutes that you tell me it's gonna take. But I mean, yeah, don't be an asshole because I mean there are times when
Okay,
like the
yeah.
restaurant obviously fucked up and they don't want to communicate that to you. And it does suck because it's not like the customer is going to take it out on the restaurant. They're going to take it out on the Uber Eats driver or the
Yeah.
Grubhub driver or whoever, and they're the one that's going to have to like answer for it. But it's just I think that restaurants have really they've gotten sick and tired of the delivery drivers because there
Yeah.
is so many and it's a broken system, but it's become a required like side hustle for a lot of
Yeah.
people because they don't make enough money on their 9 to
Like
5.
inflation's a
But
motherfucker. Yeah.
don't be an asshole to the employees if it's that big of a deal. Like just talk to the manager and say, listen, I'm not trying to be that person, but I noticed he was touching his face and he didn't wash his
Yeah.
hands and he was touching the food, but don't make him feel this big
Like, don't throw a screaming
because it makes you
or
feel bigger.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I made sure when she was saying that, I was like, I sung his praises while I was waiting for my food.
Good.
So, because I
Good.
mean, we worked in food,
Yeah.
and where's you been long enough? You don't be an asshole. Like I've seen people spin people's food and shit like that. I know,
Yeah.
like one girl ever did this on her way of getting. She would swirl her finger in her mouth, and then she would stir people's drink.
Ugh,
Yeah, this
that's
is
how
the
you
same
get
girl that
people
she walked
herpes.
out like mid shift too,
Yeah.
mid like lunch
That's
break.
shit. I mean, I would be it would be a lie if I said that I never put Visine in somebody's drink, but I
I
haven't
never
done
mess
it
with
since I
anybody's food.
yeah,
Never.
I did. And I promise you, I have definitely gotten that karma back because I now believe whatever you put out there, you're going to get
Yeah,
back. So if you cut somebody off in traffic and you laugh about it, somebody's going to cut your ass off. Or
yeah.
you're going to get into an accident or some shit's going to happen. But yeah,
Or you move to
um,
Wichita, Kansas, where people are no driving ass motherfuckers that drive 50 like miles below the fucking speed limit, and then they literally come to a stop to fucking turn.
oh, I would absolutely lose my shit.
Oh my god.
There's
I'm always
country
like,
drivers are the
fucking
worst. They're
go.
the fucking worst.
These are
And
the dipshits in the fucking city. That's
how
like the
many
part of it.
times, how many times a month do you get stuck behind a tractor?
Oh, never, because I don't go that far on the country.
Oh, okay.
I like literally stay in Derby and might go to like Wichita once a week for Micah speech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
See, in my mind, you still live like at on
out the
Annie Ann's
boonies.
farm. Annie.
No, there are times if we go like a back way, you'll get stuck behind a tractor, but like everywhere we have to go is like on main road.
Okay. All right. Well, way to blow my fantasy.
Sorry. I'll play if I can get a banjo player one of these days, I'll do it.
Do you want to move on? We've got a couple more.
Okay. Yeah, we have like a couple more things and then I have
Yeah.
like a random.
Okay.
So, I just sent you a thing that was Meghan Markle hate. And it was Melissa McCarthy basically like saying that Meghan Markle is a smart woman is just threatening to some people and I'm just like you give Melissa the bad name. Because you know how I feel
Yeah.
about Meghan Markle. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. And like I did you hear that Melissa McCarthy like recently oh who was it? Barbara Streisand asked her if she was on Ozempic.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't read
I'm
the
like,
article, but I saw that.
you tone deaf, rich ass motherfucking bitch.
Right?
Barbara, we love you. Would you
But
stop it?
she's so old now. She's
Mama's
old. She
driver's
didn't know what
license
she was doing.
away.
Take her internet access away because she don't know what
take her
Ozempic be
phone,
doing.
turn her mobile data off.
So is she asking if Melissa has diabetes or if she's
No, I guess
needing to lose
recently
weight?
Melissa McCarthy. I mean, she went through a pretty big. She hasn't lost. She's not skinny. She's not like
Yeah,
hasn't had like an Adele type of transformation.
information.
But
But she's
but
older. Most of
yeah,
them
she's
have
a bit
to do that.
older. But she like when she started really becoming like a big time celebrity, she did drop a little bit of weight, which
Yeah.
happens. You know, I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen Lizzo lately, but she's dropped a lot
Well,
of
you
weight.
can
She's
afford a
still
personal
big.
trainer, you can afford a
Exactly.
nutritionist, all that stuff.
Exactly.
That means making
Yeah.
the food for you.
But I mean, it's just is it just that it's so prevalent that like if you're a celebrity and you lost weight, obviously you're on Ozempic
Well,
or
maybe she heard Rebel Wilson did it, and so she just assumed Melissa
maybe
McCarthy did it as well.
I
You
just
know,
think it's unfair, you know, to
I think it's
automatically assume.
tacky.
It's
Yeah,
and it's tacky to ask. It's unfair to assume,
yeah.
but it's tacky to ask.
But she's also of like that Mima age where she's like, "Oh, I'm just old. I don't have a filter."
And she's Barbara Streisand. She called Apple and asked them to change the way that Siri said her name because she didn't like it. Yeah, that's the
That's some
face I
tone
made
deaf
too.
rich bitch shit right there.
Yeah. So I
Oh
shouldn't be
man,
surprised that she would ask Melissa
like
McCarthy.
some
But
tone
even
deaf
more
ass
so, it's like
bullshit.
tacky, you know, just because you're
Very.
a celebrity doesn't mean that you can just not
Just
have
don't say
manners.
whatever the fuck you want just because you're old.
But speaking of not having any manners, fuck Meghan Markle. I don't care if she is smart.
Yeah, fuck
If she's
her.
smart, that just means that she's calculated.
Well, so I was reading an article in the New York Post today that it was talking about Prince Harry coming for like the 10th anniversary of like the Invictus
Hmm.
Games and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was the headline in the article was like Prince William and Princess Kate are I was like open to like a reconciliation, like or a momentary truce since Kate got cancer and da 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 da. Da. And then it was like, well, Harry and Meghan are also open to like reconciliation or like conversations or whatever. And then in the same
Hmm.
article, it kind of turned around and was like, sources say that like Prince William and Kate have said now is not the time with Kate's like cancer. I was like, you literally just contradicted yourself. You literally just so because I guess Charles now that he has cancer, he is open to reconciling with and like according allegedly Harry and Meghan want like their kids to have a connection to their cousins and stuff. But it's like you guys chose You
Yeah.
chose the excommunication. You chose to leave and do everything. You
Yeah.
chose to not only do a TV series about them, but you also wrote a
Wrote a
memoir.
book, wrote a couple of books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And you look for every opportunity that you can. It's like whenever you're told no, that this is an official action that needs to be made by
yeah.
official member of a working member of the royal family. I'm sorry, but your services won't be required. It's like they want to take it so personally.
Yeah.
Like you can't distance yourself, you can't cut
You
off
can't shit
communication.
on the restaurant and then go there to eat again.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to go there.
I will. 'Cause I don't care. Because I've also seen
You
things where they
can't.
want to step up and be working royals,
Yeah.
but it's because the Megxit money is running out.
Yeah.
And she's not getting acting gigs. So they want to go and be working royals again and have the salary again.
Mhm. I
So
thought she was gonna start acting again.
I guess nobody wants to hire her from what I
Well,
hear.
I don't really blame
Don't
her.
be a fucking
From what I
cunt.
understand, she's rather problematic.
She is a cunt. A twat.
A twat.
So
I have a child foraging for food.
oh yeah.
We're an ingredient household. You want something to eat, you're gonna have to make it.
Ooh, sucks.
Have some tater tots.
Tater tots are good. Dip them in ranch, but not pickle ranch.
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 What?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, like you can't cut off communication from your family and then get upset
Mm-mm.
when you don't get invited to Christmas.
Yep.
That's just the way
It's
that it
good.
is. You
Yeah.
have to you made your bed, now you lie in it. You made the cake, now
Yeah.
you eat it.
Yeah.
It just is what
So
it is. Did they ever say what kind of cancer Kate Middleton has, or excuse
I
me,
think it's
Princess
still
Kate?
like just
Still kind of murky. Nobody
speculative,
really
like
knows.
ovarian something, maybe,
It's
you
gotta
know.
be. It's gotta
Yeah.
be like she's gotta have like ovarian cancer or maybe
There's a bit of
cervical
abdominal surgery.
cancer,
Yeah,
uterine
something.
cancer, something like that. Did they ever
Hmm,
announce what King Charles had? Where are you
I'm
going?
gonna look that real quick.
Where you going, honey?
Kate Middleton cancer.
Will you give me a Diet Coke? Will you give me two? I love you.
Um, let's see. King Charles cancer.
Adorable. Are you listening to this?
Am I goddamn special? You're right. I am Eric. I was Googling, but I am goddamn special.
What were
In
you
the
googling?
special.
What was
I
you
was
googling?
Googling. I'm trying to find out what kind of cancer King Charles has. I still want to call him Prince Charles.
Hmm.
He does
I
not
don't
have
think you'd agree with that.
prostate.
I did the whole like enhance my touch up my appearance thing, and I gotta tell you,
You looking good?
I'm looking good.
I don't know. How do you do that?
Go down to the settings on the bottom, and then click the touch up my
Okay.
appearance, and then drag that hoe all the way to 100.
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm an idiot. I'm tired of shit. Touch up my appearance. Yeah. I'm just looking blurry. Kevin looks like he's 9'9".
It's called a filter.
Move it to like the middle. There we go. I'm here for it. If we can have this shit where we have filters where we're like, fresh as a
Yeah.
daisy. Yeah, I thought they had told us what kind of cancer he had, but I am not seeing. They're like, he does
they're,
not have prostate cancer.
they're gatekeeping. But does he
Oh,
have
100.
colon
But I
cancer?
honestly, oh, that's a good question. I was from February. I'm trying to find something. He was allegedly diagnosed with pancreatic cancer
Ooh, that's a bad one.
and given 2 years to live.
Well, science has come a long way, and a lot can happen in 2 years. And when you're the royal family, I'm sure that all of
You
the
got,
experimental and new treatments are available to you. So my grandmother died of. My grandmother died of pancreatic cancer.
well,
So
they also have, he's just resuming like royal duty, so he
yeah,
might be feeling better.
he might have been. They might have started like an aggressive like treatment
Yeah,
immediately with him to let's just go ahead and try to nip it in the bud. Again, this is just like speculation, but you know that's kind of what they did with my grandmother. But by the time they caught it, she was already in stage 4.
yeah,
So with pancreatic cancer, when it's that late,
yeah,
there's
there's not
usually
a lot
not a
to do
whole
with
lot
it.
that they can do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the palace just said she's got cancer, but she's got a right to medical privacy. Or in
I
England, they
agree with
call
that.
it privacy, as we all do. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
But it does seem a little like double standard-ish, like they are public figures and, a large portion of their taxes go to taking care of the
yeah, the
royal
royal
family.
family. Yeah,
So, and there are stories to be like, no, like the reason why they are so like open with the paparazzi and with like photographers, girl, get your hand at your titties.
my fucking bra's falling down. You get on my ass right now, okay? Let me put these boulders back in their holding.
But it just I agree like she should have that medical anonymity, but at the same time that
Yeah.
feels a little double standard-ish.
No, I agree. I told you it's because that since she and the king have cancer, it's that whole they don't want to appear like a weak monarchy. They
Yeah.
don't want to be usurped by anybody. Like, well,
Usurp.
obviously, like they're ill, they're weak. Let's go ahead and take over. I'm sure they.
Yeah.
I mean, that could very fucking, especially today's like plant or global climate of what we see going on in Russia and Ukraine. I mean, it
Yeah.
could happen.
That's true.
So it's not out of the realm.
What?
So, did you see that Britney Spears, they're calling some people a homegirl? So,
Yeah.
she went on her Instagram and she was basically saying, like, she was showing her ankle. And if you guys don't follow Britney Spears, you have to because it's a train wreck every time. But she was at, I think, the Chateau Marmont, and she had twisted her ankle, she said, like, basically dancing on a table.
Mhm.
But, like, there's pictures of her coming out, and she's naked, and she's covering herself with, like, a pillow and a blanket, as,
Mhm.
like, the EMTs and, like, everybody had shown up, and somebody had called because
Mhm.
she'd gotten hurt, and she's like, "Look, I just twisted my ankle," but now she's saying, "I know my mom was behind it because I haven't talked to my mom in 6 months." And all of a
Mhm.
sudden, like, they're called, and she calls me immediately afterward to see how it happened before it even got leaked to the press.
Well, I'm not going to say that that's outside the realm of something that Lynn Spears would do because we know that she is the quintessential Hollywood mom and she loves
Mhm,
that spotlight. Um, but I think that she was probably just she's wilding out. You know, she's in her renaissance phase. You know, like she's out of the conservatorship. She finally got out of that divorce finally. And you know, but again, also Brit, you are 40 years old. She's our
mhm.
age,
She's not
so
22-year-old Britney anymore.
maybe don't be dancing on tables. And
Yeah.
also, if you're trying to keep a low profile, bitch, keep a low profile.
Yeah, that's
Don't
the whole
go
thing,
to
just you
Chateau
want people to
Marmont.
say you're not crazy, then don't
Yeah,
act fucking crazy. You can
you
go
don't do
and do
that
your
shit at
thing.
Chateau Marmont. You go over to the
Mm-mm.
Beverly Hilton to do that one.
Exactly. There's so many people that have gone through the shit and had
Mhm.
their lives all over media that aren't
Mhm.
out there on Instagram, dancing with knives, doing a Shakira
Mhm.
routine,
Yeah.
looking like she looks drugged out in some of her
Yeah.
stuff that she's
Yeah.
done, she really, and
But
not
you know
like mental
that
health
kind
drugs,
of
but like
that, that's
coked
kind
up,
of how she looks now.
like blank
Like
stare.
she just like that blank stare. Like she looks she's either on drugs or she's just like traumatized.
She's
Like
manic,
she's
maybe.
maybe.
She just looks
But
manic
yeah,
to me.
that's the thing.
Not the
If
best.
you're trying to keep a low profile, boo boo, you got to keep the
But
low
stay
profile.
in the house.
Stay
Oh
in a
shit.
house. You know,
You
you
got
have
like a
money.
15,000 square foot house. If you want to throw parties and drink and shit, have
Do
somebody
it,
rolled up with a
but do it
keg
at
of fucking
home.
Natty Light, get you
Yeah.
some vodka, play
DoorDash you
on
some good
music.
friends.
Yes.
Or she loves to go to Mexico. Go down to Mexico and do that shit.
DoorDash
You
you some
know?
Taco Bell.
You know,
You're
she
gonna be
loves Taco
alright.
Bell.
She loves
Maybe
that.
she has like, cause I get it. Like you I mean, I don't get it
She
on
was
that
locked in
level,
the
but
house for so
maybe,
long that
yeah,
she
she
wants to
doesn't
go
want to
out.
be locked in the house anymore. She wants to go out and live a normal life. But baby doll, you are not a normal person.
No.
You can't just go walking into a Taco Bell bathroom at 3 in the morning anymore.
No.
People are waiting for your
Yeah.
next big
And
downfall.
those
They are
people that were
waiting
part
to
of that
cash in on it.
conservatorship are
Yeah, you
waiting for you
can't
to
give
fuck up.
them, you know,
Kevin Federline is waiting for you to fuck up.
yep, he sure is. He sure is.
So,
And those kids are waiting for you to fuck up because of
yeah.
everything that Kevin has been telling them
Oh, yeah.
for these years. They're waiting for you to prove him right. You
Yeah.
can't do that. You can't
'Cause,
do
I mean,
that.
yeah, you don't get to be but I think that's too is I think it's almost like failure to launch because it was so
Yeah.
early in her life that she went under that conservatorship that,
Mhm.
like, her growth stopped at 22,
Yeah.
you know? So I think that's really what we're seeing.
We gotta be friends with her. She needs people in her life that are going to
Brittany.
love her and take care of her and are not just interested in a paycheck because I feel like she's got a lot of yes men around her
Oh,
saying, yeah,
absolutely.
let's go to Chateau Marmont. That sounds like a good idea. And because I
Or,
get to
"Hey,
go with
Brittany,
you,
we wanna go to Chateau Marmont, let's go."
yeah. And
Yeah.
because she's like such a pleaser and she's
Yeah.
just, yeah, it's
And
just
she's,
like
like, desperate to believe everybody around her wants to be her friend and has her best interest at heart.
that's like the Wendy Williams thing
Yeah.
because like Wendy Williams has got all of these people around Wendy Williams have been put there by her conservator who
Yeah.
remains a secret and they are very yes people like when you've got people around you that were put there by the people that are holding your money hostage
Yeah.
and your niece comes in and you are sleeping in bed with a empty bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
People around you
They're
don't give a
feeding you the
fuck what's
bullshit.
happening to you
Yeah.
or what you're doing.
100.
They're watching you kill yourself. So, yeah, I know, I don't believe she needs another conservatorship. I believe she needs somebody around her that gives a fuck what happens to
Oh,
her.
absolutely. But not
Yeah.
to, like, make fun, but kind of to make fun, like, in The Wedding Singer where, um, John what's his frickin' name?
Belushi?
No, not John Belushi, is it
Oh,
John Belushi?
Buscemi, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. No, not Steve Buscemi.
Oh,
It's
John Lovitz.
John Lovett. He goes,
Yeah.
he's losing his mind, and I'm reaping all the
I'm
benefits.
reaping all the benefits.
Yeah, that's what I think. And it's mean, but I don't care.
Did you see the Adam Sandler Kennedy Center honors where they honored him at the Kennedy Center?
Yes, I did.
The Steve Buscemi part was
Oh,
so good when he
yes,
came out and did that bit from Wedding Singer. It
yes.
was so good. I love the
No, the
Bush.
whole thing was so good.
It was really good. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Adam Sandler. Like he had that comedy show that he was on. It was on. I think he did a tour, but they filmed it, and I don't remember what platform it was on. But he even did like a whole tribute to Chris Farley,
I saw it.
and he like how he would have been in Grown Up with them and everything too. And I'm like, oh man, I bet that's probably
Yeah.
hard for all of them. So
My favorite line from that little song that he did was my favorite thing about Chris Farley was watching him fuck with Spade. And I'm just like, yes.
yes. Oh, I'm sure that was fucking great.
Oh, I
Fun.
mean, can you imagine how much fun it would have been to be in that little
Oh,
in that
back
little
in the
niche
heyday
group?
of
Oh no,
SNL,
that would have been
yeah,
great.
that was like our
Like,
formative years of comedy, and those
yeah,
were like,
back when SNL was funny.
yeah. Now it's kind of,
And that's not funny. I watch Weekend Update because Michael Che and Colin Jost are hysterical, and they constantly make Colin Jost tell jokes about Scarlett Johansson that are
oh, that's funny.
so great. They're so great.
I don't. I'm not awake at that.
I watch it on YouTube later, like a day
I
or
don't.
two later. I just watch
I'm
Weekend Update.
97. I don't watch things on YouTube unless you send them to me.
Oh well, I'll send them to you
Yeah.
then.
Okay.
Noted.
Noted. So let's wrap
Dude.
it up.
Okay.
Do you have something that you hate?
Do I have something that I hate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the end of the school year because there's just so much to do.
Yeah.
Like between now and let's see, the school is over in 2 weeks this
Okay.
Wednesday. 2 days or no, 3 days after, I'm looking at the calendar. 3 days after V ends school, they're going to New York and they'll be gone
Okay.
until the 29th. And then 2 days later, after they come back, they're going to their dad's for the summer for six
So they're
weeks.
out the 22nd.
Yep.
Okay. We're out the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and they go back on I think it's July
So they barely
24th
get a
or something.
summer.
I mean, it's basically year-round
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, that's nuts. Fuck
But
that.
it's just
Poor
there's
guy.
just so much to get done. And on top of
Mhm.
that, I'm at work
You have to book
and I've got
flights
work
for them to go to
meetings.
their dad, and then you
Yeah.
have to make sure they
And
have all their shit for the summer.
we have choir concerts coming up. They have a promotion dance that they're going to.
Mhm.
We've got the promotion ceremony because they're graduating from middle school, going to high school. And we have all of this, and we got to figure out how we're going to do it because we don't have a car right now.
Mm.
And Eric's work truck seats two, and there
Oh,
we are a four.
are you gonna have to
And
Uber?
Ubers are so expensive right now.
What
Like,
was
because
up with you in like the driverless car?
oh man, like
I
first of
mean,
all, I love those things
yeah,
because there's no like awkward like silence.
silent. Mhm.
There's no awkward conversation with a
Mhm.
driver that you don't want to talk to. You can play whatever music you want as loud as you want.
Nice.
And like I can just sit there and like have my random conversations with myself out loud, and I don't have to worry
Big
about
Brother is watching and recording all of it.
they say that they're not listening. I have no doubt that
No,
they are
they
that
have
they
you in
have.
the database of the Google.
Well, then they can owe me for using my likeness. But it was a lot of fun, I will tell you that. And we've taken them before, like a couple of times, like when we went out to dinner for my birthday, we took one, and it was $60 round
Oh
trip.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it just have to be what it is. We don't go to
Yeah.
court for the settlement until the 20th of June. So that just is what
Yeah.
it is.
Hey, at least you have a court date.
Yeah, we do have a court date,
Yeah.
and this should be the final court date.
Yeah.
That's what the doctor, that's what the lawyer is saying. So, fucking hope so.
God,
But yeah, it's just a lot. There's a
and we
lot
have,
going
yeah.
on in a short amount of time. It's
Yeah.
overwhelming, and I have to be very, very organized and on my shit so that I don't forget anything. Hi, honey. Thank you. That's a fancy one. Dragon fruit mango.
Ooh,
That's in
is that
Arizona. I just want to show Missy. Look at this can.
pretty? That's right up
That,
your alley.
that is up my alley. Put a little tequila in that. Mama's
Yep.
happy.
So,
But I do have a dumbass of the week if you would
tell
like.
me. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a favorite of ours. He's been on the dumbass of the week 4 times
Oh
now.
God.
George Santos. You
Look,
want to
George
know
Santos, you're not part of this podcast. Stop doing dumb shit.
he
Tell me.
he is part of this podcast, and he's also the captain of the volleyball team and student body president and
No, he
an
can't sit with
astronaut,
us.
and he discovered Uranus.
Oh no, that was
No,
Kevin the other day.
he is still on his cameogram, but
Oh,
now
boy.
he is posting cameos as his drag alter ego. I think it's Kitana Rivash or something. So I mean, just
He's
work,
magic.
bitch.
Yeah. Okay, I take it back. That's what we're talking about. Okay. I don't have a dumbass of the week because I don't do that.
And
I
you
too
are the Derby Karen now.
I am the Derby Karen right now. If you guys just don't wait, I'm gonna be so fucking power hungry.
I'm gonna put a violation on your mailbox.
Well, I did find out we have several people because our HOA is like thousands of dollars in the negative for our budget. So I did find out that there's a shit ton of people that are like 2 or 3 years behind on their yearly assessment, and they're
Mm-hmm.
not a lot. They're like a cheap ass car payment amount, and we have a lot of amenities. And I was like, you guys know that like you put liens on the houses, these people that have mortgages, their mortgage company is going to pay us because they don't want us to foreclose on their property.
Yeah.
And they were like, and I was like,
Or
yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay. So I'm gonna be that bitch.
get them.
Yeah,
Get them.
I'm gonna be that
I want
girl.
you to drop so much freaking logic on them that it
Oh
makes
yeah.
their heads explode.
So so yeah, I don't have you've been doing your self-care. So I've seen your TikToks where you've been doing your makeup live. Is that
Yeah,
soothing for your soul?
it is. I mean, I'm kind of narcissistic because like it's just when the lights on and the filters are on and everything, like it just looks so good. And yeah, superstar. But I'm still doing my self-care. I'm just trying to get sleep, and I
Yeah.
stopped doing my intermittent fasting because I don't think that it's having the same kind of effect that it had a few years ago because I am a little
Yeah.
bit older now, and I've been noticing a lot of like drawbacks that are like not going away, like
Yeah.
dizziness, and it's just like what, if I'm gonna
Not worth
feel
it.
worse, it's not worth it. So
Yeah.
after this week, I'm gonna jump back on the keto train,
Okay.
and because the keto worked really well for me, and I really really enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
the only reason why I stopped is because I just got lazy with it. So that's gonna be my new venture. What
We
about
have
you?
been doing eating right for the past like week and a half. Kevin and I both are. Because I was like, if you do it with me, then you can. I have something to hold myself accountable because it's not
Mhm.
just on me.
That's the
But
hardest
I
thing.
had this fucking false. I made this bomb ass like keto chicken parm. I will send you the recipe. It's
Yeah.
fan fucking tastic. It would tasted so good, but I couldn't chew it. I couldn't even eat it last
Oh,
night.
cause your mouth.
Yeah. So I'm
Oh.
like on like full ass just liquids for the next couple days until this shit heals. I'm like, at least I'll
Premier
lose some weight.
protein shakes are really good.
I'm doing the Atkins one.
Oh, okay, that one's good too.
Yeah. And they're cheaper than the Premier one.
Yeah.
So
They
yeah.
kind of go back and forth. Like they'll kind of like fluctuate up and down at
Oh,
Walmart.
not here. They stay the same.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
And then
sometimes, like when
Walmart
I'm
Plus.
doing the protein shakes, like it'll be like either I'm getting Premier Protein or I'm getting Atkins, whichever one is cheaper. Or if they're both not, if neither one of them are on sale, then I'll get the Equate.
Well, you have your Walmart Plus now, so have you gone through to the things that are um open to like Walmart Cash, which are basically like manufacturer coupons that you get like cash back? because the
I
Atkins
notice
ones,
them when I'm shopping, like, I'll
yeah,
notice them,
make
like,
sure you click on
underneath a
them.
little price, and, like, sometimes I won't realize that I have Walmart cash, like, when I got groceries this week, I noticed that I had, like, a dollar and something on,
Yeah.
like, the little Walmart cash card, and I was just like, "Oh, word, I saved some money."
Yes. I go through those, like, every Wednesday, I go through those in, like, Kroger because they put all
Mhm.
their new coupons out, but, like, so we just to complain about inflation, we spent $400 on groceries this weekend because we
Oof.
got healthy options, and it's so crazy pants how it doubled my grocery budget because I want to eat healthy,
Yeah, because you wanna live
you know?
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And that sucks. Like it's like why does like Whole Foods Market, why is it so expensive? Because it's healthy food,
yeah.
it's organically and ethically grown in stores, whereas Walmart,
I'm not
and
even
I've
doing that.
been
I'm just getting fucking vegetables and fruit and shit, like chicken,
right, but
and
that's
then,
what I
like,
mean. Like
the healthy snack.
it's cheaper to go to get a 5-pound bag of chicken nuggets than it is to get a 3-pound package of chicken breasts.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
it and it's fucked up.
Yeah, the system's definitely broken, and
Yeah.
people wonder why we have in our food, I'm just watching, like, our food is so different from what is over people, like, in Europe, they aren't fat like we
Yeah.
are
Well,
because their
we
food
the
doesn't
stuff
have
over
all
here,
of the
they're
shit,
like not allowed to
not
have
allowed.
in their food over there.
And that's the whole thing is, like, they walk more places because it's not the
Mhm.
infrastructure because it's older, obviously, isn't like ours where they have to walk places. Their food is, like, better quality than
Mhm.
what we have here, and it's just one of those that we wonder why, like and then you have where insurance won't help pay for anything weight loss related.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. Like, okay, you think you would pay less when I'm not, like, a fat
Yeah.
fuck, you
And that
know?
and it and having a doctor, call your insurance company and say, "No, she is morbidly obese and she
Mhm.
needs this weight loss surgery or
Yeah,
this she needs this Ozempic vial or she could possibly lose her life over it."
like, no.
And it's just like, "No, well,
No,
let's
we're
send
good.
her to a dietitian for a year and
No,
she
they
can
won't
pay
even
for
pay for a
that."
dietitian, yeah, like, they'll make
That's
her
what
pay
I
out of
mean.
pocket, all that
Like
shit.
you can pay out of pocket for all of this other
Yeah,
bullshit, or you could go down to Mexico and get it done
yeah,
for probably $600.
probably, and I would,
I
but
mean, it's you hear a lot about like medical tourism here
yeah,
because a lot of Americans go down to just under the border and get like medical procedures done,
yeah,
like dental work and stuff, and
it's all
it's like
over
a
TikTok
third of the
too.
price.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a third of the price, and a lot of
mhm,
times they are actual, like, American doctors that have set
yeah,
up shop in Mexico, and just because they can make more money from
yeah, and
people
it's
that are paying out of
everything.
pocket.
Like, I was freaking the fuck out. Kevin was like, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" And I was like, "No, I think I didn't pass out, but I have whiplash. I know that, but I don't wanna go to the
Mm.
doctor because I also know if I go to the doctor, they're gonna go, 'Well, you fell 'cause you know?'"
I'm
No,
like,
I
"Well,
fell because
no."
there was bubbles all over the goddamn floor.
How old is Micah? He's 10?
11, but he's
11.
like,
My 11-year-old played with all the bubbles, and
and they're all
I
black.
slipped on it, and
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
I didn't
I was
slip
so
because
fuck
I'm
you.
fat. I got
No, I
hurt
didn't slip.
because I'm fat.
Well, that's the whole thing. I think I have less because I'm
That's true, like,
I
you
think
should have
this
more
love saved me
padding.
a little bit. Yeah, I did. So,
And there was peace
if
lines
I
all
was
over the floor.
skinny, I would have fucking broken a hip. So, and we don't need
Yeah,
to go there. We don't need that yet.
we don't need that.
So,
No.
but yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that your mouth is fucked up, but I'm
Oh,
glad that
man, it
it's not
fucking hurts,
worse.
dude. I'm just glad that I didn't have to go to the dentist because I was like, my fucking tooth is like a little loose, and I was like reading just like it'll since it's not super super loose,
Mhm.
like it'll just kind of heal itself. I just have to,
Okay.
yeah,
Fingers
I just can't
crossed.
bite into it. So if it was hella loose, I would have not. I just pulled that bitch out and been yokel without a tooth because
No, you don't want that life. You don't
I
wanna live
can't
my
afford
life.
the dentist is so expensive and so expensive.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where can we find you
Yeah.
on social media?
I am OG Canna Mom Life on TikTok. I am Mary Mother 420 on Instagram and Canna Mom Life on YouTube.
Go follow Amy on TikTok because she has the ability to go live right now, and I don't.
I can go live.
I am suspended until 5 May 24th at 3 p.m. So I can
So
go back.
you're suspended for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No, it's next. No, 12th. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Oh, the 12th? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can join it live as a guest starting May 12th. So yeah, I know you've been doing lives every night. So good on you. I am Mama_Missy82 on TikTok for when I get my shit back. We have a Manifest Drama podcast Instagram, and we also do this shit on YouTube, guys. So go watch our YouTube
Yeah.
Manifested Drama. All right, well, it's good
I'm
talking to you
trying to
finally.
get
We
my
have to
views
get off.
I'm trying to get my followers up on YouTube too so that I
Are
can
you?
maybe we can go live on TikTok or on
Well, I'm a
YouTube
big fan
also.
of going to your TikTok or when you're doing your lives and just fucking hitting
Oh, I
because we
love
got you to
it.
like
Yes.
3,000 likes the other day.
The likes, the likes.
What sucks is that my TikTok my live that I was doing, I'd already gotten like 3 or 4 likes and I was up to like 50 viewers
Mhm.
when it kicked me out. I was like, "You son of
Son of
a
a
bitch."
bitch.
Yeah, so we'll have to try it
Son of
again in
a
a couple
hoe.
weeks. Host the shows. All right. Well, it was good talking to you, friend.
You too, it's been a while.
Have a good week.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna hit end recording.
Okay.